So this is lesson 2 in I Can't Quit You Baby, Led Zeppelin Live, 1969 Texas Pop Festival. Lesson 1 was the introduction, which was in F sharp, and then we modulated to A, which is what the rest of the song is in. And this just takes us through the first verse. This is where Robert Plant is singing, and it's before the instrumental verse that happens in, which will happen in lesson 3. So there's some really cool stuff in here. There's some really, really fast, just kind of go for it Jimmy Page riffs. And again, as I've said, this song contains like the manual or the glossary of like every Jimmy Page blues riff that you could think of. So in this lesson, this is a really exciting one because this lesson contains what I call the conception of the Heartbreaker solo before it was birthed to vinyl. I think I say that later on in the video. Anyway, some absolute signature blues riffs, as well as what is definitely at some point turned into the Heartbreaker solo. So pretty exciting stuff. Lots of content in here, even though it's just one short verse. Just taking this one little bit at a time. And I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, I'm getting a little more hum today for some reason on my guitar. But anyway, so this is the verse. This is the first verse of I Can't Quit You Baby, Texas Pop Festival in 1969, Led Zeppelin Live. And we're starting with the D9 chord. So right now I'm in the middle position. I'm not sure exactly where Page had it, his guitar set up, but I kind of feel good about being in the middle position, and then I'm going to roll my neck pickup down just a little bit with my bridge pickup fully on, and I'm going to hit that D9 chord and slide it up. Alright, and then we come in with this riff. Alright, so on this, basically we're talking about starting points and landing points, and you can totally improvise in between and just kind of do your own thing in between, because I think that's how it's meant to be. And Jimmy Page certainly played it different every night. So here's your starting point. Your starting point is this, and then you're just kind of improvising, and then your landing point is this, which is so cool because you got the major third, you got the octave, and then you got the flatted 7 over the A chord. So I'm starting by bending on the 7th fret, and then I'm going to hammer on and pull off from the 5th to 8th, bend it up. I'm going to improvise, and I'm going to land 4th fret, 5th string, 7th fret, 4th string, and then 5th fret, 4th string. Major 3rd, octave, flat 7. Such a cool riff. Alright, then we get into our next one. Starts off basically the same. But now our landing point is going to be the major 6th, or actually the major 6th over an A chord, but actually we're at a D9 chord there, so the major 3rd over a D9 chord. Such a cool landing spot. So take off from here and land here. Everything in between is all good. Alright, so first we have I Can't Quit You, Belle. Lord, I think I'm gonna put you down for a while. Alright, apologize for my cracking vocals. Alright, so that leads us to the next riff. I'm going to jump up here to the 10th fret, 2nd string, and I'm going to play, I'm going to pull off from the 13th fret, 2nd string to the 10th fret. Then I'm going to bend that 13th fret up. Super Monster, I believe it's a step and a half. And then I'm hitting the 3rd string, 12th fret there. Pull off to hit. Alright, now the next part, this is the fun part. So this is what I believe is the possibly the conception of the Heartbreaker solo before the Heartbreaker solo was birthed onto vinyl. So I'm switching down to my bridge, my fire-breathing dragon right here. And we're going to play 3 rapid-fire riffs that consist of this. Right? They're really fast, so... Right. Alright, and then right after that, it's going to be more of a run-on phrase, which is basically the same notes. So we're dealing with this note, these 2 notes. And you know, everybody plays this riff a little bit different. I think it's all cool because it's going so fast. As long as you contain those 4 notes, you can kind of phrase it a little bit differently, and it's totally cool. But the phrasing on this, I'm hearing sort of, it's a run-on sentence sort of, but it's sort of a section of 4. So I'm hearing 4 times. And then right after that, maybe a little bit of improvisation, maybe a couple of notes, and then we're going up to this. Now, I play this riff a couple of different ways. I might play it like this, and by the way, I'm starting on the 11th fret, 1st string. And then I'm hitting that 10th fret, 2nd string to switch strings, and then back to the 1st string on the 8th fret. I hear a couple of ways. Sometimes I play it like this. Sometimes I play it like this. So I'm actually ending on the 8th fret, 2nd string. So, you know, and he just really is kind of burning through that. So, you know, I think it's cool. However you play it, as long as you hit those notes and you phrase it right, it can be a little bit different every time, and I think that hits the essence of it. So what we have so far here is... Okay, and then from here, this is where you just go for it. You just Jimmy Page go for it, and it's going to be different every time. And I mean, if you actually sit down and learn this exactly note for note how he played it in that one moment in time, kudos to you. But man, that's it kind of defeats the purpose, I think, and I think it should be different every time. So here we go. Here's starting points and landing points. Again, starting points and landing points, you improvise in between. And so what we've got going here, what I'm hearing after the... I'm hearing sort of a chromatic, maybe... Right? And then, so I'm just kind of noodling around on my A blues, A pentatonic scale patterns there. Just kind of feeling it out. And then landing point. Here's our landing point. I'm hearing 4 bends. One starting on the 9th fret, a little bit more. Then 10th fret, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then I'm landing on the 9th fret, 3rd string. So... something like that. You know, it doesn't matter if you miss a string. You're just going for it. You're just doing it, and get your starting point, get your landing point, and everything's good. And it's organic. It's music. It's how this music is meant to be, I think. Anyway, so that takes us through the conception of the Heartbreaker solo, I call. And then we're going to come up here to the 15th fret on the second string and the 15th fret on the first string, and I'm going to bend that second string up and play a double stop there. And just really, really dig into that. And then I'm going to kind of noodle around with the 15th fret, 13th fret on the second string, 14th fret on the third string. So these three notes. And that leads us to our A chord, B flat, and then we're going to do sort of a little improvisation that starts on the 3rd fret, 6th string, and I'm just going to walk up. Landing point, such a cool landing point. So it's the major third over the A chord, right there on the 6th fret, 3rd string. And, you know, I'm playing it a little different every time. That's kind of the point. You know, starting points and landing points. Here's your starting point. Here's your landing point. Okay. And then we're going to go back to that A chord again, to our B flat. And I'm hearing this. And that is so cool because it's landing on that flat 7th again over the A chord. It's just such a cool landing spot. So once again, our starting point is, and our landing point is so cool. All right, so I'm starting here on the 5th fret, and then I'm going to bend on the 8th fret. I'm hearing this in here, and a rake. Paige did so many cool like raking stuff. But anyway, this is what I'm hearing. 5th fret. And then I'm hearing this. Something along those lines. Starting point, landing points, right? So. And that takes us through the first verse, and then we're going to get into the instrumental verse next. So, sort of all together, starting from the D chord. And there you have it. I'll see you next lesson with verse 2.